Hey, the deck boards have arrived from Home Depot. One of my coworkers asked me, how did I decide to choose Home Depot? And that's kind of a longer story. But basically, I did a lot of searching across the internet for different deck board brands. There's a lot of different companies that are out there. And I looked at all their websites and I looked at their examples of decks they built. A lot of beautiful decks that are out there. But then I started to realize that when I tried to get some of these products, they would always direct me to a deck builder in my area. So they wanted somebody else to sell me the deck boards and build the deck. Well, I wanted to do it myself, so I started looking at what are the stores around my area that sell these deck products. So I looked at Home Depot and Lowe's and Menards to see what products they had to offer. So looking at the websites for Menards and Home Depot and Lowe's, I started writing down the different types of boards that they offered. In some cases, these boards were offered at more than one of the different stores. I would generally write down whoever offered the board at the cheapest price. But looking at all of the different boards that were available, we started taking a step back and asking ourselves, what is important to us? And the main things that were important to us were warranty, which we kind of judged as an indicator of the quality of the board. Warranty was important to us because we had deck boards that had mold and mildew not long after we had the deck boards installed. And we were really bummed out that we couldn't replace the boards. So we've been living for years with boards that were moldy and had issues until they finally actually started giving way. And then also the look of the boards. We know there's a lot of boards out there that can look just like real wood, but you pay the price for that. On the other end, we didn't want boards that looked like they were just plastic planks. So we were hoping to find something that looked good, and in addition, something that wasn't too slippery and something that didn't fade over time, because our deck was going to be in the sun for part of the day and then not in the sun for the rest of the day. So that was important to us. And then price. I put price at the end, not because price is least important, but price is a factor, but we weren't just going to go out and buy the cheapest board possible. We wanted the lowest price possible given the other factors of warranty and the look of the board. So this is the spreadsheet that I had put together. There was Ultra Deck, which only had a 10-year warranty. We wanted something that had at least a 20-year warranty on it. So Ultra Deck I have in bold. That was kind of out of the picture for us. It had a really low price point, but 10-year warranty just wasn't good enough for us. And then so we had the Trex brand and TimberTech and Fibron and all of these other products that were out here, pretty much just different versions of these other product names out here. And I wrote down the warranty period for each of the different products. Some of them had a warranty that went all the way up to 50 years, which sounds great, but you pay the price for those longer warranties as well. So I consistently looked at the 12-foot length of the boards and I wrote down the price. And when looking at each of these products, I would actually link out to each of the different boards that were out here so that we could take a look at what the board looked like. Now, I recommend that you actually go to the store and you look at the board in person, but you can kind of get a feel for the board just by looking through the website here. So you can see this is what this particular Composite Prime Plus board looked like. And they show you a little bit more close-up picture, and that looks great. And they show you an example of a deck where the deck boards were used. To us, this looked maybe a little bit on the orangey side, which we weren't big fans of, but still, it was an okay board to be using. So we went through and we looked at each of the different boards, and I created a couple of other columns here. And I had my ranking, which my wife didn't see what my ranking was. I went through each of the different boards and looked at what I thought from just an aesthetics standpoint, how the boards looked, how I ranked them. And then I hid my column and I had my wife go through and we clicked on each one of these and she would give a ranking. Now, I didn't have her look at the boards that were at the high end of the price scale because at some point we wanted to just cut the price off. But we both agreed that right around this price point and for this particular board, we both liked the looks of the board and it had a 30-year warranty versus a lot of the others had a 25-year warranty. So this looked really good to us, and this is what we ended up going with, was the Fibron Life Escapes product. We went with a combination of the Bungalow board and the Tuscan Villa board. And that's pretty much how we decided to go with Home Depot for the product, because they had the best price on this board. Now, I will also tell you that we just timed it right. It wasn't even intentional, but we went to Home Depot at a time when they had a sale going on around the 4th of July. So we got an additional discount on the cost of the product once we went into the store. And then we were also told, because we were buying the boards in bulk, they would give us an additional discount. So the price actually ended up being quite a bit lower than we expected. So I think it pays to go to your store and ask them when you might be having sales that are going on, and if you're buying boards in bulk, what the discount is going to be like. And that might help you with your decision as well.